spuds, we're here for the thrill. Spin it around, get a morning chill. So join the fun, get ready to climb. It's ineffably sublime. Special good vibes, morning's just fine. With the woodpeckers calling, it's podcast time. Sublime Squad, keep it wild and prime. Ineffably sublime.
What is going on, Sublime Squad, and welcome into the very first episode of 2025 of your favorite show, Ineffably Sublime. I'm Bubs, and with me always is Spuds McGamble. What's going on, Spud?
You're looking at it. Well, actually, you're not
No.
looking at it. You're hearing it.
You're hearing it.
You're hearing it. This is Old Lang Syne is come and gone.
That's
And
right.
Here we are.
How was your New Year's?
Very uneventful. We did
Yeah,
a whole lot of nothing.
That's the best kind of eventful.
Yeah. I can't even. I made it till midnight.
Me too.
Yeah. It seemed really. Was it just me, or did you? Which one did you watch the shows like the Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve and all that shit? Did you have?
I did not. No, I didn't give a shit.
Okay, because to me, it just felt like there wasn't a lot of people there this year. It felt like attendance was pretty low.
Huh.
Maybe not. Maybe it was just the way that the cameras were angled, but it seemed like it was kind of lame to be standing there pissing your pants. Which these
people were
do.
wearing diapers.
Yeah, that's
What
why.
the fuck?
Yeah, because that's what I've always heard is when you go there, you're there and you don't move. Could you imagine all the smell of piss?
No,
That would not be fun at all. Like,
there is absolutely no way that you couldn't even, maybe $1 million and I would go stand there. Maybe $500,000.
$500,000 I'd stand in my own piss. But not on New Year. No.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just,
It's gross.
It is gross. It's fucking
just
weird.
Just to watch a ball drop.
Yeah, I don't
You
get it.
know,
I didn't even watch it on TV. I just don't care.
Yeah. We
What
always
did we
have it
do?
on. Yeah, what did you do?
We watched oh yeah, I watched that Carry On.
Oh, is it good?
I liked it a lot, yeah.
I haven't heard anybody say it's bad yet.
I mean, it's not like fucking incredible, you know what I mean? But it's a good watch. Like,
well, it's on Netflix. I mean, you're not going to get Academy Award movies. So,
I mean, Taron Egerton is great.
Yeah, I like him.
Bateman is good. Like, it's like, it's good. I mean, I wouldn't sit there and be like, you gotta see it, but like, it's good. You know what I mean? We watched it on New Year's Eve, and it starts off. There's lots of Christmas music in the movie, but it is very, very, very much not a Christmas movie.
We'll debate that next year, I guess. Huh?
There's like a couple of Christmas trees, and they mention that it's Christmas Eve several times.
Oh, sounds just like Die Hard to me.
Right, but like it's nothing Christmassy happens in it at all.
Yeah.
Like it's just this normal fucking movie that just happens to be happening on Christmas Eve. Like,
yeah, like I almost watched it the other day. What the hell did I end up? I watched Watchmen again.
Oh,
I ended up flipping over to Max, and then because there's that cartoon on there. Did you see that? Was that you that I talked to about this?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, well, let's see what this is because it says chapter 1, whatever. We'll go. So it's basically just a cartoon adaptation of the Watchmen movie with less violence and swearing.
Oh, is it? I thought it was something different.
No, it's almost exactly like the movie.
What the hell?
Because I didn't finish it because I got bored because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna watch this, I'm gonna watch the real deal, and it's almost identical. Things are in different parts, of the movie or of the cartoon of this cartoon, but no, as of right now, everything's exactly the same as the movie.
Is there a penis?
No, Dr. Manhattan is not donging it in this. He is
interesting.
Yep, he is covered. When he was going down on, oh my God, what's her name? Oh, not Sally. His love interest. You know who I mean. The girl.
Yeah. Before he turned into Dr. Manhattan.
No, the one that's in The Watchmen. The
Oh,
one that
okay.
they're together. Is she Janie? Jaylee? Janie?
Maybe I've seen that movie maybe once.
Well, whatever her character's name is, because there's the part of the movie where he's like, he's munching on her,
Okay.
and and it's like very tame compared to. I mean, the movie part is tame too, but um, it was even more tame. But yeah, you see no wiener.
Huh.
Yeah, what the hell is her name? I got to look this up now. Oh my God, I don't. Oh shit balls. Well, anybody that's watched it will know who I'm talking about. Not Sally Jupiter. Where is she? She would be. IMDb can really suck ass sometimes when it comes to Lori Jupiter, Silk Spectre.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I
character.
got you.
Yeah. Um, but I watched it again. I don't know. I like the movie. I like it a lot more than I think the average Joe likes it.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't peak. It was a little political for me in terms of superhero-ness, and I'm just like, you know,
Yeah, they did throw politics in it a lot, and
even just
yeah,
like the politics of the hero, like just the
yeah,
world. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a
yeah,
weird world to be a part of in that, but
yeah.
um,
I get it, but I
I
like it.
did see that on. Maybe it is on Max that there's like a new series that I was kind of interested in checking out, and it looks like it's called The Franchise, maybe.
I have heard about this. Yeah, but I haven't heard if it's good or not.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything else about it. Just looks interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm trying to
and
think
then
what else.
we watched Wicked last night.
Oh, and how was that?
It was good, but you're gonna hate it.
All the singing?
It is very much a musical, and it
Mm.
is very little a movie. Like
Mm.
so much singing.
Yeah.
It's not as much as Les Mis.
I never watched Les Mis.
Well, Les Mis is all singing.
Yeah,
There's no dialogue in between.
gotcha.
But this movie is like extremely music. That's all it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of parts in between, but it's not the it's not the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if the ladies want to watch it, I'll watch it, but I won't be, you know, really, really focused, I will say.
Right.
Like I said, I mean, my interest wasn't super high to begin with, but now, yeah, I mean, that's really not going to change my view much. If they want to watch it, I'll watch it. If not, then I'll do pretty well in my life if I can say I never watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was I don't know. I probably won't ever watch it again.
Yeah,
Maybe when the quality of the version that we watched wasn't exactly stellar, you know what I mean? But it
uh,
was good.
yeah. Hmm.
All
Trying
right.
to think.
Anyway, well, do you have anything else?
No. Oh, okay. So, um, it was a horrible night for me in one aspect of my life. So it gets to about 1 o'clock, 1:30, and of course I fall asleep. So
This is New
Autumn
Year's
wakes me.
Eve.
This is New Year. Yeah, we're into New Year's night now.
Okay.
1 a.m. New Year's night. So
Okay.
that,
So
we
you
still have it on Dick Clark's, Rockin' Eve and everything, and they always bring out these bands and stuff. So Autumn wakes
make it
me
to
up.
midnight and then you go to sleep, and Autumn wakes you up at
Yeah.
1:30.
Yes. About 1:30 in the morning because I'm asleep on the couch. I'm still sitting there. I was sitting there watching TV. Then I fell asleep.
Okay.
So she wakes me up to tell me something. So there's this band playing, and it's a pretty catchy ass song. And I was still kind of groggy, and the way they do this, they usually play like a couple songs in their set and then they're gone. So this guy played 2 songs and was gone. So by the time I got my wherewithal in me, I was like, well, shit, I kind of want to rewind this and see who this was because I really like those songs. So I rewound it, looked up the artist, And then to my disgust, I realized he's a country singer.
What was it?
I'm assuming it's a singer's name, Hardy.
Hardy.
Hardy. Hardy
H-
is his name.
Country singer Hardy.
Yep.
I never
And
heard of him.
because
So,
the songs that so
so you liked it, and you're pissed that it's country.
that it's country. So now I have to say I have country songs on my phone.
What's wrong with that?
Because I'm so anti-country. For the last 30 years of my life, I have said I will listen to anything except country. Fuck country music. And guess what? Now I like the shit. Well, I don't want to say I like it, but I can't say that I hate country because it's this it was horrible.
Well, Spuds, I got news for you.
Okay.
Nobody would have ever known if you didn't just admit it to everybody.
Well, that's still, but this is who I am. I can't sit here in a lie.
You can't be a closed book.
Yeah, no, I gotta.
You must admit your your love for country music suddenly.
Yeah, exactly. Because I will say, I kind of, I downloaded the 2 songs that he sang. I haven't listened to any of his other stuff, but at least the 2 songs that he did were pretty damn good, and I've listened to them multiple times, and they are well above mid.
Are they country adjacent?
I think.
Huh. Well, you'll have to send them to me. I'll give them a shot. Me and Tam Cat will listen to them today.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
So listen, here, if this makes you feel any better.
No,
okay,
it won't.
1 year ago, exactly, there's no way that you would have been able to convince me that I'd be sitting here talking to you in a Pittsburgh Penguins hoodie.
And here you are.
Exactly.
Sports fan.
Exactly.
Yes.
I would have never ever been able to even come close to agreeing with you.
Yeah.
That not even so a year from a month from now was when I started following hockey.
That's crazy. And then you've dabbled in football too.
I mean, I followed it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not. I feel like you've probably watched more of this last year than a long
in my
time.
entire life.
Yeah. Which, like I said, football's hard to follow. But
it just doesn't. I'll get there. I think I just need to.
Yeah.
You'd be proud of me. Here I am at Delaney Auto in DuBois, sitting there talking to my friend Tim, and I'm getting ready to sign the paperwork to give my car to them, my Malibu.
Oh, okay.
And I walk into his office, and it is wall to wall Ravens.
Oh, what a dick.
Right? And I'm like, dude, like.
Oh,
what the hell? Like,
yeah.
And he's like, I knew you were gonna ask me that. And I'm like, listen, man, I'm not as into football. And we ended up talking about football for like, I don't know, 35 minutes.
Nice.
And he's like, you know what, man? And I'm like, what? He goes, I think you're into football. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd say that I'm into it. He goes, you had a conversation with an avid sports fan for almost 40 minutes.
That's pretty impressive.
And nothing was, nothing was like, I don't really know anything about that. It was all like, you knew some shit. And I'm like, all right, I got you. I understand. So I picked up some stuff.
Well, there you go. That's good. Even if it was from a Ravens fan.
Yeah. Well, he did it for the exact same reason that James does it.
Oh, okay.
He just thinks the Steelers fans are just annoying. And he's like, I got to pick.
And you know what? I can't disagree with that. Every fan base has annoying fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steelers fans are no different. They can be very annoying. Yeah, I get annoyed sometimes being with other Steelers fans and their quickness to want to get rid of things and do this and do this, blah, 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 and it's just like, oh my God, I just want to sit here and just enjoy the game. And then I fall into that anger and everything. And it sucks sometimes.
Yeah. And
But
that's okay. That's okay.
it is
Look
okay.
look at us. We're reflecting on the year. We didn't even try.
Look at us. Here we are.
All right, guys. Well, today is National Harlem Globetrotters Day. I'm not going to take it anymore day. Oh, that's a weird one.
That is a weird one.
National Bobblehead Day. National Old Rock Day. What the fuck does that mean? Like rock and roll, or
I would assume it'd be old, like like
or just like an old
Motown.
older.
Like, no, I think it's rock, like rock. Jesus Christ. What are we, like fucking paleontologists or
I
whatever?
don't know. How do I know that that's what that? National Pass Gas Day.
Wow.
That's me every day. That's my.
Yeah.
And the Orthodox Christmas Day.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas to the Orthodox that listen to us.
And if any Orthodox are listening, Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Have
you ever seen the Harlem Globetrotters?
Have you ever? No. Do they air them on television?
They used to. I actually went and saw them live.
I'm sure it's impressive. I mean, I've seen them on what's that movie? Little Nicky.
Fucking Sandler. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, they're pretty. They're awesome. They are really fun. I went in. Oh, it'd have been 1997-ish. Me and my brother-in-law went. They went to Bryce Jordan. We went and had really good seats because it wasn't a whole lot of people there. But the shit they do is pretty. I mean, of course, the games are rigged. They're always gonna win. But
like they actually play a match.
Yeah, they actually play. No, it's called a game. Basketball's game. No, whatever. It's not called a basketball match. Oh, that just sounds
interesting.
Weird. No, it's not interesting. It's
a
just
basketball match.
But
how am I supposed to know?
Because you're a sports fan now.
Not basketball.
I
don't know if I'm
pretty much everything is a game. The only matches would be wrestling and tennis. I don't think anything else is considered a match. Everything else is a game. But that's okay. You're
still learning.
Yeah, you're fresh. You're fresh meat. But no, they actually play. They play the. Oh my God! Is it the Washington Generals? It's always the same team that they've played.
Now, do they do shit too?
No, they just look like idiots. They just look like fools because they'll play like some of the players will play like it'll be like a real game for a little bit, and they'll actually try. And then they bring in the guys that can do the trick shots and do the funny things. And then then it turns into almost like a skit. So they do all this stuff. And then the Generals players look like they're confused and everything. It's entertaining. It's very entertaining, but you can always tell the difference when they're really trying to play and then when they're doing like their little routine.
Interesting. So it's kind of like the Savannah Bananas.
It is very much the Savannah Bananas. That's pretty much what the Bananas are. They decided we're going to be the Globetrotters of baseball.
Interesting. I mean, I would love to go see them. That would be awesome.
No.
You don't want to see the Bananas?
No. The more I watch them, the more interest I lose in them.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like it.
I mean, I want to watch like a game on TV, but I don't know if they've aired one yet.
I thought they did this past year. They did a Bananas game on one of like the Fox Sports networks or something.
Huh.
Yeah. No, I don't know. But they were kind of enjoyable at first when I was watching them on the TikToks and stuff, but then I don't know. The more I watch it, I'm just like, I could take it or leave it.
I mean, I would go if it didn't have like a crazy ticket price on it.
Yeah, and that's what I heard. How much it is? No
Is
way.
It expensive?
Mm-hmm. From what I understand, sorry, I had to take a drink there. Yeah, I hear the prices are pretty steep, but maybe not. Maybe it's just wherever they were whenever I watched the one TikTok.
Huh.
So yeah, it might just be wherever they play. Maybe
Were
the tickets
they
are
talking
different.
about the prices in the comments?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
I guess.
All right, so let's do our news story.
News story. Here we go. Look at that. New York Daily News. I gotta.
Oh, the New York Daily, huh?
Yeah. And this was one that Amanda was a little worried because it's a couple years old. It's what, 5 years old now, but that's
Yeah.
okay. I don't care how old the story is.
Yeah, I don't care either. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hold
So
on, I
this
gotta
is,
disable my ad blocker. Apparently,
ooh,
it is not letting me read this
I'm
news
getting I'm
article.
getting a lot of pop-ups too on my thing. Damn.
It wants to charge me $1
Phew.
for 1 year to read anything from this website. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
How do
I got
I?
nothing. Oh, this is a pretty quick article. I like. Well, here, what we'll do is since it's not very long, I'll go ahead. You want to just listen to me as I read it?
Yeah, why not? Because I can't figure
Okay.
this shit out.
Okay. So it's the title is called Wild Ride. Cops stop Australian driver who drove car with pliers instead of a steering wheel. Wow.
Pliers.
Pliers. All right. So, an unlicensed driver was busted for trying to drive his car with a pair of locking pliers. Cops in Adelaide, Australia, pulled the 38-year-old over. Oh, I screwed that up again. I'm sorry. Adelaide, they pulled over the 38-year-old during Monday morning's rush hour because of two blown out tires. Good Lord. So he had two blown out tires and no steering wheel. But they were shocked to find his wheel didn't actually have a steering wheel, and he was controlling his ride by turning the shaft with the vice grip. He was arrested and charged with driving without proper documents and under the influence of methamphetamines and marijuana.
Oh,
He also faces charges of driving without due care, driving in a dangerous manner, driving while unregistered, uninsured, and breaching his bail conditions. Police think he had earlier had been involved in a hit and run. You think? So they charged him with failing to stop at the scene of a crash. So this is a police spokesman quote. While this is an extreme example, police wish to remind all motorists that they have a responsibility to drive with due care at all times. The man appeared in court Tuesday and had remained in custody.
so this doesn't say anything about. I figured it out, by the way. This doesn't say anything about why he was in the state that he was in. Like,
Yeah, like where did the steering wheel? That's a Seinfeld episode. That was there was a when Kramer had a whole bunch of tickets and he had to go down. He was going to go down to the police station and pay them and fight some of them. And he got pulled over one time because it said he said he had no steering wheel, and he said, "I'm fighting that one."
so he was arrested and charged without proper documents, and he had meth and marijuana in his system.
And a system, and two blown out tires, and no steering wheel.
2 blown out tires, no steering wheel, driving with a pair of of pliers.
Just he's driving, going crikey.
What a nut, dude!
Fucking Crocodile Dundee driving. No, and his car wasn't registered or insured.
No insurance, no dude. So he just picked up a car he just picked one up off the street and was like, I can drive
Amazing.
this.
He just would have been better off just riding a kangaroo around.
I wouldn't even fuck with a kangaroo.
Oh, kangaroos are nasty. I never knew that till I watched some of these videos.
Have you seen the video? The people who woke up in the morning and found a kangaroo just headbutting the shit out of their window.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh. I saw the one.
It is terrifying.
I saw the one picture where they said it. They showed the way that the one was standing, and they're like, It basically looks like if a deer got sent to prison for 3 years and all it did was just like worked out. Like that's what a kangaroo looks like. It just looked like it was fucking
That is
jacked.
exactly what it looks like. A deer that has been lifting for 40 years.
Oh my god. That is this guy. 2 blown out tires. And he was driving all this during rush hour.
Oh, during rush hour.
Yeah, that's when he was pulled over. If you're going to have a car that has no steering wheel and you're tripping balls on meth and marijuana, at least drive at night. Drive when, or find a different time of day to drive.
All right, I found this. I found this video. You gotta watch it. This guy just wakes up to this kangaroo just headbutting his window. And he's jacked. Like, I would not fuck with him.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god.
Tell me that wouldn't scare the shit out of you.
Oh. Oh. Oh, look at the claws on that thing.
Right?
He just scratched my window. That was an English accent. I did wrong country. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it's got fucking huge talons.
Wow.
Yeah, they're beefy.
They are.
It just stands up and just headbutts the window. Like, what the hell?
Oh my god.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I am not fucking with a kangaroo at all.
No, they're terrifying.
Christ.
There's I seen another one of a kangaroo.
Whew. God damn.
Coming up out of the water. Look at this one. This is a kangaroo. Wait. Look at them. They're ripped.
They are ripped. Definitely very much not like the what's the kangaroo in Winnie the Pooh, whatever the Winnie the Pooh characters are. She's a nice gentle mother.
Yeah.
These things are fucked, man.
Oh yeah, that's in the 100-Acre Wood. Of course they're going to be gentle.
They are very gentle.
Winnie the Pooh and Roo?
Roo? I think
Roo.
it might be. Or is that the kid's name?
That was the little kid. I don't remember the mom's name.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering any of their names. Winnie the Pooh,
Eeyore, Piglet,
Piglet, Tigger, Christopher Robin, Roo, Kanga. I never would have guessed.
That was the mom's name.
Yeah.
Well, that's obvious. It's a little on the nose. Kanga.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, the rabbit's called Rabbit.
Kanga and Roo.
Kanga and Roo. Oh, fucking shit! Look at that. Yeah. I remember Tigger back in the 90s. It seemed like everybody loved wearing Tigger clothes. My stepdad, I believe, had a Tigger jean jacket.
Your stepdad had a Tigger jean jacket.
Yeah, because he liked Tigger.
Was he dressed like a gangster or something on it?
No, I don't think. It's not like the not
what
like
the hell?
Those stupid. Oh my god, do you remember those stupid ass Looney Tunes shirts where it was Bugs and Tasmanian Devil dressed up like they were rappers? Their arms were crossed and they had hats backwards.
What a 90s thing.
Oh, those shirts were awful.
That is fucking weird. Why is that a thing? Tweety Bird was like dressed up in like gangster clothes.
Yeah.
Like, that is the most weird. 90s thing I've ever heard.
So weird. But yeah, my dad had a...
Yeah,
no, it wasn't a jean jacket. I think it was just a denim shirt. And I think on the back, it was just Tigger.
Why?
He liked Tigger. So my mom bought him a Tigger shirt. It was perfectly fine in the 90s to wear Winnie the Pooh and Looney Tunes shirts.
What a great answer. Yeah. He liked Tigger.
That's okay. I mean, that's really that's all I got for you. I can't really
man,
dig much more into that.
dude, that's so funny. Why he
Uh,
liked Tigger?
Yeah, that.
God,
I mean, we pretty much have to ask him, but he liked him. So, my
that's
God,
funny.
yeah.
I need you to follow up on that. I need an answer.
Yeah, you won't get one. You're
Fair
not
enough.
gonna. Yeah.
All right. So before we get into the actual meat of the episode, we're going to do a quick follow up on a story back when we did our Halloween episodes. We were supposed to be talking about local stories. We talked about a few local stories, but one that I had promised that we never got and seems to be relevant now more than ever because of all the drones being sighted everywhere. This is a story from 1984 or 1983. Can't remember exactly what it was, but from Sebula, Pennsylvania, which is literally right next door
Mhm.
to where I live. And this is about the UFOs sighted at Sebula. So I'll go ahead and just read this real quick. Looks like it is made by a guy named Dan. Oh my God, how the fuck would you say that, Mitch?
That's old Dan Smreaker.
Good old Dan.
Good old
Smreaker.
Dan Smreaker.
That is a
Smreaker?
weird fucking name.
That is very. It looks like it's Dutch.
Dutch?
Yeah.
Smrecker?
Yeah.
What do you think? Schmecker?
Smreaker. Smreaker.
Tammy's beside me on the chair.
That's another Seinfeld reference.
What?
When somebody says, "I believe it's Dutch," because there's
Oh.
the episode where she's like, "What kind of name is Todd Geck anyway?" And Jerry's saying, "He's like, I believe it's Dutch."
I would have never guessed. That's funny.
Pretty much 90%. You remember, and 90% of what I'm going to say, it's going to have a reference.
Some
So,
Seinfeld reference.
Yeah. I'm not smart enough to think of witty things like that.
So, this article again was written forever ago, so it looks like it's like worded odd.
Typical 80s.
Yeah. All right. So Dan Smrecker, the Beulah by
Amanda thinks it's Slavic. He's from Slovakia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that she arrived. Okay.
Yeah. Slovenia.
Slovenia.
So Slovenians speak Slavic, or she's just thinking Slovenio.
Dude, this is okay. So Gavin gave this to me.
Well, yeah, I just saw that. I saw something that said velocity.
Yeah, Gavin gave this to me, and I didn't realize that they were part of the story. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just read it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, do it.
7 a.m. yesterday, the gathering grew to 8 people, all standing and shivering out in the cold and gazing intently into the frosty sky.
It's a weird first paragraph.
That is a weird.
There's just nothing. It's just like
yesterday, the gathering grew to 8 people, all standing and shivering in the cold and gazing. There's that word we hate. Gazing intently.
He met his gaze.
Gazing intently into the frosty sky.
They met the locals' gaze.
They met the locals' gaze. All right, the first person to get out her trailer. What? Did I really say that? The first person out her trailer.
Oh, the first person out her. That's still horrible.
Still weird.
This is horrible. English. Dictation.
It is terrible dictation. Okay. The first person out her trailer in the morning, Sheila Ray, was getting set for work when in the dark 6:20 a.m. sky, there appeared 5 strange lights.
Oh my God. This I can't do this fucking language that he's.
It is weird. I don't know why is he writing it like this.
It's like written by a 10-year-old.
Fuck you, Dan Schmecker.
Hopefully he's not.
It is
he's not an editor anywhere. Like, is there? Like, I'm assuming this was not edited by anybody.
I have
just
no idea.
Dan, just write it. Just write it and
up.
just type it up.
UFOs?
cares?
Okay, Dan.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's probably
Run it.
what it was. They're like, just type it up, send it. Fuck it. Who cares?
Just run it. It's fine. All right. According to her mother, okay, this is Sheila's mother. According to her mother, Joanna, quote unquote, Sheila ran back in and got me up to make me see the lights. Oh, this is great. Mrs. Ray described the lights as red in the center and just hovering in the sky. 3 together in one area and 2 separate ones. Dude.
That doesn't really paint much of a picture.
No, not at all. So 3 together, trying to picture this.
One in the center.
Red in the center and hovering in the sky. 3 together in one area and 2 separate
ones.
Okay.
But where the 2 separate, all right, whatever. Fuck you, Dan. Like you said.
She said they looked at the lights with binoculars, and the closest one had a red ring around it, while the inside changed colors. It was quote unquote exciting, exclaimed Mrs. Ray. It wasn't frightening, just exciting to see. They were about as high as an airplane, but they just hung there. When an airplane appeared in the sky. Wait a minute. They just hung there, period.
Yeah, they just hung there.
When an airplane appeared in the sky, the 3 lights together changed from a horizontal configuration to a vertical one.
How the fuck would she even know how it went from vertical to horizontal that high up?
I don't know. This is weird. The Rays, they live on Edinger Road on the Sabula Mountain. And the objects they were observing were hovering over the Rockton area. That's not in the same area. Maybe.
Well, yeah, because Rockton is, I mean, I guess if they're looking out,
it has to be pretty far out there.
Yeah. I guess unless they're just saying like in that general, like it's the way we were looking is towards where Rockton would be. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because the old people are really good like that. When they stand up on a hill, they're like, all right, you look that way, you got, this town. You look over here, you got this. So that's probably what they were doing. Because, they didn't have, there was no GPS at the time. They just went by the way the wind blew and fucking whatever else they looked at.
But so here's the thing. I know where this is. I know where Gavin's house is.
Uh-huh.
Where I know where he grew up. He grew up right next to his parents, and I'm sorry. He grew up right next to his grandparents, and they're the ones that are called out next.
Mm-hmm.
After, so the Rays called their neighbors, the Dodds, Brenda. Yeah, and Brenda. The Dodds and Brenda.
And Brenda. Good old Brenda. Nobody needs to know Brenda's last name, just Brenda. Everybody that read this was like, fucking right, Brenda came out.
Yeah, we know Brenda. So and then they got Joe Volosky. His house was alerted, it says.
Oh, god damn. Get the Dodds and Brenda.
Shit. All right.
And why is the Dodds in parentheses? They called their neighbors the Dodds.
I don't know.
It must be one of the Dodds. Maybe she called the Dodds and then only Brenda came out. Mr. Dodd said, fuck you, you bunch of weirdos.
Maybe this guy, for whatever reason, as he was dictating the story, is like, or hearing the story being dictated to him, he said the Rays called their neighbors and Brenda came out. And he goes, and their neighbors were, the Dodds. He's like, all right, parentheses.
The Dodds.
Parentheses go there. Then, all right, so let's move. So then, the Volosky guy, the Volosky household was alerted. This is Gavin's grandpa, Joe.
Oh, Grandpa Joe. Okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Joe. I'm pretty sure he's passed on. Anyway, they were alerted. Sherry, his grandma, who I've met before, is quote unquote said it was really something to see. Joe and her husband,
in fucking parentheses.
in
her
parentheses,
husband. Oh,
stood out in the cold for 5 minutes without even a shirt on.
oh my
Wow.
what? Jesus Christ! You don't have to be that specific. We don't care that Joe stood there shirtless. Wait,
Yeah,
was
that's-
Joe shirtless or was Sherry shirtless?
No, that's just she said
okay,
Joe, her
Joe
husband.
stood out there, yeah.
It was so mesmerizing that he stood out there for 5 minutes without even a shirt on.
He's like, "This is so awesome. I'm not going in and putting in a shirt. I'm letting my nipples out and everything."
Like shirts, fuck shirts. Ain't no one got time for shirts. All right,
I hope Gavin doesn't listen to this, but I hope
I told
don't
him
want
that we
him
were
to think
doing
that
it, so
I'm-
he might.
oh no. I don't want to be picking on his grandparent. I'm more picking on this fucking asshole that wrote this story more than anything.
Yeah, it's not his that's just a weird detail to include. All right.
Hopefully she didn't say, make sure you put that quote in there that he didn't have his stood out there 5 minutes without a shirt on.
It was incredible. I stood out there even without my shirt on. It was so mesmerizing. Jeez. So the Voloskis got coats on. All right, that's good.
Oh, there we go. Okay, you get your coats on. There you go.
And they went back and continued the watch. However, only 2 lights were left. The 3 that were there just disappeared.
Oh,
The Fred Voloskis.
what?
That's weird.
Well, who's
Now,
who
I
the
would
fuck is
hate-
Fred?
That's her husband. No,
No, it's
mind.
Joe's her husband. So who are the Fred Voloskis? Does all the Voloskis live up there? Does Joe have a brother, Fred?
Oh man, I don't
Did
know.
Fred live up there?
Maybe. There's a whole little Voloski island.
Oh
going
my
on
god,
over
this
there.
fucking sentence just drives me the fuck nuts. It's all the whole paragraph's just one sentence.
The Fred Voloskis were alerted, and Mary Jane came out to watch while her husband Fred, period, a Sandy Township policeman working nights. Thanks. Working nights reportedly refused to refuse the invitation and stayed in bed.
Fred, get out here, watch these lights. Fuck you, bitch. I'm just staying in bed. I worked all goddamn night. I'm not going out looking at lights.
Oh shit, that's funny.
I'm a Sandy Township policeman, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I don't have time for that shit. Lights, nah.
No.
Fuck. All right. So,
Oh my god. So you got Fred Voloski's like, fuck you, I'm not watching this. And you got Joe standing there with no shirt on. He's mesmerized.
so he was so Fred, the Fred. Wait, why the
The
fuck?
Fred Voloskis.
I'm so confused by this article.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another weird way to put
So
this.
you got Fred and Mary Jane Voloski, and then you've got Joe and Sherry Voloski. So
I
Joe and
guess.
Sherry were mesmerized. They loved it. Fred hated it. Mary Jane liked it.
Yeah.
So
Fred was
three
like,
of the
"Nope."
4, it was 3 out of 4 Voloskis approved of this UFO encounter.
So this is another. So the next sentence, I'm going to read it verbatim. This is exactly how it's stated. I've never seen anything said like this before. So Fred he refused the invitation, stayed in bed.
Yes.
Period. Next paragraph. It starts off and it says, said Sherry Voloski, period. Quote unquote. The lights weren't from an airplane. They weren't stars. Hyphen. Is that stars? Is there a hyphen in between those?
There is a hyphen.
What the fuck? They weren't stars, although hyphen. That's a hyphenated word. Stars, although. There were plenty of those out.
And there's a lot of spaces between they weren't. It's like they, 2 spaces, weren't, 2 spaces, stars, although. God, this. Oh,
So there weren't stars, although there were plenty of those out. The
but it was
DuBois State Police were
7
alerted.
in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no stars out at 7 in the morning.
6:20 a.m. sky. When was this article? Like, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about like the date.
Yeah. So the DuBois State Police were alerted at their substation, and the police advised that the watchers go back to bed. Yes.
Well, you got a Sandy Township policeman. He doesn't give a flying shit about it either. He literally is like, I'm staying in bed. Like, like calling the state police. Like, all right, go back to bed. Just go to bed. Don't worry
But your
about
brother's
it.
standing out there without a shirt on. It's mesmerizing. I don't give a fuck. Go back to bed. Call the Stadies.
Yeah. Tell Joe to put his shirt on and go to bed.
If the Stadies come out there, I'll come out there. If they don't, fuck it. Like a Stadies say, go back to bed. Well, you should probably listen to the Stadies. All right, so several. I don't know. All those who watched the lights, however, were enthralled by the spectacular sighting.
Oh my God.
Several said that they would be up again this morning to see if the lights return. Reportedly arriving just in time to miss the sighting was Leo Perneski. And shortly after 7 a.m., the group of observers numbered 8. What? Why?
Well, because he's very detailed. So at 7, there was 6. Or no, it grew to 8. Oh, so there was 7, and then Leo made 8. You gotta, you just gotta. So you had 3 of the 4 Veloskis. You had Leo, you had Joanna and Sheila Ray. We're missing somebody, aren't we?
I don't
know. The Rays, 3 Veloskis, and old Leo. That makes 6. We need to know these other 2 people. What the fuck? What the hell's going on here?
All right. So,
oh my
So
God.
the group of observers numbered 8. DuBois Jefferson County Airport manager Bud Scherer could offer no explanation for the sightings. Over the years, people from all walks of life, including those in the aviation field, have made sightings, he said. It was a beautiful morning, and the atmosphere was clear. It is possible that tricks could have been played. On the eyes. I was like, what? I thought there was a period there. It is possible that tricks could have been played on the eyes, but that is not really an explanation. Scherer said that he knew the names of some of the people making the sightings and said they are believable. As far as the airport goes, aviation officials discussed the sightings, but said nothing unusual had been reported by any pilots or aviation people. It appears that as long as people look upwards, there will be UFOs. And people along Edinger Road in Zabula are delighted to have seen the strange circular objects with changing lights.
At least towards the end of the article, it started to make more sense.
Yeah.
This was a rough article by Dan. He did not put his A game into this. You want to talk about a horrible dictator? He was.
Yeah.
Oof.
Dude, that was something.
Very, very detailed. A little too detailed. We didn't need to know about shirtless people. And I don't know what Leo Perneski's role in the whole thing is. He just showed up. And then
there's easily my favorite part. There needs to be a movie made out of this. Just I love the DuBois State Police were alerted.
Go back to bed.
Their substation. The police advised that the watchers just go back to bed. It's like, fuck, what a guy. That's like the guys on Gremlins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or any cop from any horror movie ever. But it's like the ones from my favorite ones of all time are the ones from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I've mentioned this before.
You've mentioned
that's literally what happens when they go in there. They're like, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He goes, holy shit. And that's all he says.
Oh my God.
He's like, fuck, man, this is funny.
Yeah, I really wish we knew what time of the year this was.
Gavin told me one other time that it was like, I want to say November.
Okay. Damn. I mean, shirtless Joe Shirtless Joe Volosky. You
Oh, here
had
he says right here, November 30th, 1984.
oh. Yeah, that is a bit of a chill in the air to be standing there shirtless.
You got to remember too, back in the 80s, Christmas was cold.
Yeah. Yeah. God damn, this article was fantastic
funny.
and awful. And I just don't understand. That first paragraph is just terrible.
By 7 a.m. yesterday, the gathering grew to 8 people, all standing and shivering out in the cold and gazing into the frosty sky. It's like it's the start of a novel, but a bad one at that.
Oh, God
Oh,
damn.
that's
so
two
good.
fucking wild news articles that I wasn't expecting to do. That's funny
Oh,
to see there, and there you have it, Amanda. That is a great reason
yeah.
to go and find old ass articles because they're written weird as fuck, and we're gonna have a great time with them.
Yeah. Oh,
Even
man.
that one that we read recently, the banana one.
Oh,
That guy wrote like an idiot.
he did write like an idiot. Oh, man.
All right, so
Go
let's see.
back to bed. Just go. Oh,
I don't want any part of it. Call the Stadies.
yeah. Oh, whew. I'm glad. Well, yes, very, very grateful for Gavin to get that for us. Like I said, I hope he doesn't. I'm not picking on his grandparents. It's just the way that guy wrote it. It's just off. Just like I said, just way, way too much detail in that.
Let's get his grandparents on here and be like, we need to hear it from you.
Yeah.
Who's Fred?
Yeah.
Is Brenda a Dodd?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only thing I can. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Dodds. So that would make 7. So you had 2 Rays. You had 3 Voloskis.
Yeah, but like, so
a
this
Dodd
is
and a Perneski. So that's that's still 7.
No, look, it literally says the Rays called their neighbors.
Yeah.
The Dodds. And Brenda came out. So what? Like,
so I'm thinking of the Dodds. She called Mr. or Mrs. Dodd, but only Brenda came out. Whoever the I'd say Mr. Dodd did not come out.
He didn't give a shit.
He's like Fred. He's just laying in bed being like, I don't give a flying fuck what's out there. So, yeah. So no, that's still not 8. I need to know who this 8th person was. Because what? Yeah,
it must have been the arrival of Leo.
No, Leo still makes, unless I'm doing my math wrong. Hold on. So you had Joanna and Sheila. So that's 2, right?
Yes.
Then you had the Rays, and then they called the Dodds, but then only Brenda came. So then that's 3. And then the Voloskis. So Sherry and Joe came out. So we're up to 5. But then Mary Jane came out, but Fred didn't. And then last is Leo. I got 7.
You're correct. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't, because I'm holding my microphone as I'm sticking my fingers out.
Well, somebody's not saying that they were there.
Yeah. I mean, if he wants to be very specific as to all these, he made it a point to get Leo in this article. The 8th person must have been just like, no, I'm not, don't put me in this.
Just parentheses kill me.
Holy hell. Somebody got beamed up.
Yeah, it must have been.
I
love the life that exists inside parentheses is always hysterical to me.
Yeah. I never really knew in life when to use parentheses.
It's hard. Yeah. You never, I don't know if there's a real rule to it. You just
I don't know. This guy used it, what, 4 times? 3 times. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm only seeing 3 parentheses.
Still a lot.
That is still a lot. Configuration, Dodds. Oh, now I'm only seeing 2. Where's the third one? Oh, well.
The one that
Here we
says her
are.
husband.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Her husband. Yeah. So the Dodds, her husband, configuration were all in parentheses, which is 3 times too many.
All right, so
God damn.
let's
Whew.
do.
So
Let's
now that
see.
we're done with the Sebula, and that's crazy that's 84 because that's almost the time that I remember the story of one being they saw one in Curwensville. It would have
Oh,
been
really?
it would have probably been that the mid 80s. It was a family friend said that he swore up and down he saw one.
I
But
mean,
he said
they've
it kind of looked
supposedly.
like uh, the way the lights were. He said it looked like an upside down Eiffel Tower.
Huh.
Yeah. And it
I mean,
probably
they've supposedly, according to the latest news, they've been here since before we have. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Goddamn UFOs. That's why I don't look up.
Right.
That's not true. That's not true. Oh,
Okay.
man.
So let's do since there's 101 of them, let's do the doomsday, or I'm sorry, of the other thing, the resolutions. Let's do the
All
doomsday
right.
scenario. So in honor of New Year, we thought it would be fun to talk about doomsday scenarios that never played out. Because Y2K is inevitably on there.
Oh, that was so wild back then.
Right? Yeah, it was a lot. Y2K is definitely inevitably on this list, and I thought that would be a fun one to do. And I'm sure that the Mayan calendar 2012 is probably on this list, and several raptures. So let's get into it.
Let's
do the first one here. She said there's some repeats on or the other one, but some different ones as well. So there's 2 articles altogether, 20 of them, but probably less if there is similar ones. So I'm going to open up both.
Okay. I can only do one, because I'm on my phone. I don't want to use my computer because
Oh yeah,
the way it glitched out on me. The one that I have up is the one from Ripley's.
yeah, we'll do that one.
Okay.
Holy fuck, the image at the top is enormous.
Who's enormous?
The image at the top of this page
Oh.
is just so huge, like it's just not necessary.
Dixie Normus.
Oh, I was in a metal band and our song was called Dixie Normus.
Oh, really? Nice. That
Yeah,
was
it was good shit.
Gwyneth Paltrow's character in the Austin Powers movie.
You are correct.
Yep, Dixie Normus. So let's see. So this is from April 16th of 2024. So it says 10 doomsday scenarios that never happened. The human race has always been fascinated by and has taken quite a few guesses at how the world will come to an end. As the great alt-rock band, let's not get carried away calling them great, alt-rock band REM sang, "It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine." I mean, they're decent. I wouldn't call them great.
They sing sand, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, that song's nauseating.
Sand.
I do like fuck, I don't know the name of their song. They've got a couple songs that I can tolerate, but I don't know. Michael Stipe's just weird. He just eat a meal, buddy. Turns out there have been many times in the past when the people of Earth were convinced that the end of the world was about to occur, and it actually scared the bejesus out of them. I love the word bejesus. Even in the years before Christ, there are records of people predicting the end of times. If by weather, sickness, or otherworldly means, the human race has always been fascinated by and has taken quite a few guesses at how the world will come to an end. Thankfully, they've all been wrong. Here are 10 of the most famous guesses that, here we go, in parentheses, again, thankfully, did not come true.
Like, why do you need that? All
You
right.
don't.
Next episode, deep dive on parentheses.
Yeah. Parentheses. What the fuck is up with that?
What's so weird? You could have said that without the parentheses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel like
I don't. What is it?
parentheses is a passive aggressive term, or not a term, but fuck off with the parentheses.
I'm serious. I want an angry rant. I want to know what are we? That's here. We don't even have to come up with a topic this weekend, Amanda. That is it. What the fuck is up with parentheses? Jesus. All right.
All right.
Number one looks like the. How do you even say this?
It's the Stoffler flood.
Is that how you say it? An O with an umlaut?
I think it's aw or ooh.
Stoffler?
Stoffler.
Just fucking spell it right. I'm over this. You ever see the guy on TikTok? I can't remember his name, but he's just some guy, and he's like, "Let's talk about words." And he comes up and he says all these words that are spelled real weird and pronounced completely different. And then he's just like, "We're just gonna spell it this way from now on. This is a new way to spell."
Oh yeah, yeah, that's great.
Just spell it the right fucking way. This is dumb.
Yep.
So Johannes, a German. Johannes Stoffler, a German mathematician and astronomer, predicted the world cataclysm on February 20th, 1524.
Oh, man.
How long ago this shit was.
Damn.
That is the days of yore if I've ever heard it.
Mm-hmm.
He said a flood was going to engulf the world, and people freaked. Boat businesses boomed. No shit.
Oh.
Boat businesses boomed as the most popular pamphlets carried Stoffler's message. When the day arrived, it began to drizzle.
Oh, that probably freaked them the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, that's great. In Germany, people rioted as they tried to board a 3-story ark that had been built on the Rhine. Hundreds were killed.
So those poor people died, probably thinking that they died in the flood. Or that at least that the flood happened.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, as they were being trampled, they're probably like, well, better to die like this than to die in the flood, I guess.
They're watching from the soul world being like, fuck, God damn it.
It's like, this is a goddamn stupid ass way to die.
After the disaster, reportedly, Stoffler reportedly called for a mulligan, saying his calculations were incorrect. The correct end of the world, again, due to a massive flood, would be 30 years later. He was wrong then, too.
Oh, my God. That reminds me of the Parks and Rec episode where the followers of, was it Zorp? They rent the park for a certain date because it's going to be the end of the world. Well, then, of course, it didn't happen. So then the guy the next day goes into Leslie's office and he's like, yeah, I was wrong. He's like, it's supposed to be on this day next year. And then she's looking and she's like, well, that day's kind of booked. He's like, oh, did I say that day? I meant the day after. Or he's like, the week after. She's like, nope. She's like, the park's free that weekend. He's like, okay, that'll be the end of the world.
Perfect. Doesn't Ron sell them like flutes or something?
Yes, he makes the flutes. Yeah. All hell Zorp. Is it Zorp or Zork? I can't remember. I think it's
either
Zork
way. It's funny as shit.
It is funny as shit. So number 2, Judgment Day of 1780. Well, that sounds cool. A Harper's Magazine story 100 years after the fact described it best. Birds went to roost, cocks crowed at middays as at midnight, and animals were plainly terrified. Okay, that's fucking odd. The people were scared too. It was 9 a.m., May 19th, 1780, and New England was plunged into darkness. A strange mix of fog and forest fires caused dark clouds to blot out the sun. Jesus. And the people of the day were convinced the end was drawing nigh. Fuck me with the nigh. Reportedly, people filled the streets with screams and cries. It lasted until midnight when the clouds parted and the stars were visible again. Nearby practitioners of the ultra-conservative Shaker religion, in fucking parentheses, an offshoot of the Quakers. Oh, Quakers and it's the Quakers and the Shakers. That's like West Side Story, like the Jets and the Sharks, the Quakers and the Shakers. They hated each other. Let's see. So the Shakers seized the opportunity and for the next 26 months recruited new members who were scared straight by the dark day.
Damn.
The
Scared
Shakers.
straight.
Scared
All right,
straight by the Shakers.
Refer back to our Discord. Here's our answer. What the fuck is up with parentheses? So before we even continue, because I know we're going to see them again, parentheses are used to enclose additional non-essential information within a sentence.
Well, then don't fucking do it then.
A clarifying explanation in a side or an afterthought, essentially setting off extra material that isn't crucial to the main sequence or a main sentence structure. They are meant to provide supplemental details without disrupting the flow of text.
Our
It
show
does,
could
though.
be our show could be considered a parentheses.
Our whole, just our entire existence is a parentheses. I love that. It's so funny. We're like the parentheses. What's your show like? Have you ever heard of parentheses?
Look up the definition of parentheses. That's us.
Yeah, that's our show. All right, key points about parentheses. Function: to add extra information, comments, or clarifications that are not essential to the core meaning of the sentence. Tomorrow's meeting is scheduled. Example, quote unquote. The meeting is scheduled for tomorrow, in parentheses, at 2 p.m. That is no.
No, that's essential. That is
Yes,
essential. The
that is
parentheses.
extremely essential.
Wow.
So that's wrong.
Awful. Yeah.
Important consideration when using parentheses: ensure information inside them is not grammatically necessary. What?
Okay. When using parentheses, ensure the information inside them is not grammatically necessary to the sentence.
So it can just be mumbo jumbo bullshit?
Allegedly.
What? Okay.
Wow.
And then also it says, and this. Parentheses are used to enclose identical or supplemental information or comments.
Incidental.
Incidental. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Right. You said identical.
Oh.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. You didn't say incidental. I don't remember what you said. I think you said identical.
So the parenthetical information or comment may serve to clarify or illustrate, or it may just offer digression or an afterthought. Parentheses are also used to enclose certain numbers or letters. This is all right. Parentheses are dumb.
Yeah, parentheses can fuck off.
I mean, I know how to use them, but I think that it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like that example is probably the worst example I've ever seen.
Yeah. But you know what? And that's Amanda just said, saying that I use them a lot. Unfortunately feel like if I go back to some of my like college papers and stuff, I think I use them quite a bit too.
Yeah, I just think it's weird.
Yeah.
Everything's weird when you start looking at it.
Yeah.
And I never really thought about it until today.
Yeah, Autumn said that too one time. She's like, every time I look at it, it just gets weirder and weirder. That's something completely different, though.
Yeah, and I can understand that too. But if you use them as an aside in a thought, why not just include it at the end of the sentence?
I don't know.
Or just say, here's an afterthought.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's weird.
It is weird.
He met his gaze. All right. Where were we?
We're on number 3, Halley's Comet.
I saw Halley's Comet. She waved. Yeah, grammar. All right.
Is it Halley or Halley? I always thought it was Halley's Comet, but
it is Halley's Comet.
Okay, because it looks like Halley's Comet on here.
That's the name. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. But
okay. All right.
And just like in the song that I just sang.
Well, you sing weird though.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just wanted to say
that's how the word goes.
All right, but that's I mean, that's not, just because that's how it sang or sung.
It's correct.
Or songed, yeah.
Songed.
Sanged.
This happened in 1910.
Oof.
When Halley's Comet was making its most recent appearance, as it does every 75 to 76 years. Some people lost their collective minds. A few writers in the United Kingdom claimed it was a sign that Germany was about to invade, and scientists in Chicago announced that they'd found a poisonous gas called cyanogen in the comet's tail. Okay.
Damn.
So the New York Times said that a French astronomer named Camille Flammarion predicted the gas would impregnate the atmosphere.
Jeez.
would impregnate that atmosphere and possibly snuff out life on the planet.
Wow. So that comet's gonna fuck the atmosphere, basically.
Yeah.
And
People rushed to
splooge all over it.
gas mask sales boomed.
Yes, so back in the day, everybody had gas masks and
Boats.
sailboats.
Yeah. Others unconcerned about the predictions held roof parties. Just big
Yeah.
suicide parties. Let's go.
Yeah.
And of course, when the comet passed, no one was harmed.
I remember when it passed in the 80s. It would have been 85 or 86. I remember it was in the front page of the paper about Halley's Comet was coming around and all that shit.
So
Yep.
when will it pass again?
75 years after 85. So I'm not good at math. 2045?
Oh, not bad.
No. Yeah. Because it's already been 40 years. If it was 80, well, let's even just say 85.
You'll see it twice in your
That's
lifetime.
40 years, yeah. I mean, I don't remember seeing it. Like, I didn't see it, but I just remember when it made its trip. And I just
Gotcha.
remember somebody had a picture of it on the Clearfield paper. It's called The Progress. It was on the front page. But yeah. Fucking Halley's Comet.
All right. Yeah, hit him.
So now we got the Christ's Kingdom prophecy of 1914. So the year
4 years later.
Yeah. 4 years after Halley's Comet, now we got the Christ Kingdom prophecy. The year 1914 was a special one for Jehovah's Witness religion. The Christian offshoot was founded in the 1870s and had always predicted that 1914 would be the fateful year that Christ and his kingdom would return to earth. Of course, that has also meant the world would come to an end. Door to door went the witness faithful, warning that a bloody end was imminent. And as all of these stories do, 1914 came and went with no apocalypse. However, Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated, which led to the start of World War I. Then it's ... So there's that. I like that. That was funny.
So, yeah, why can't you just... So that could have also been parentheses.
Yeah.
Since that was kind of an afterthought. But instead, you use an ellipses, which is the better of the C's.
I'm all about the ellipses. Is that the ... Is that what that's called?
Yeah, an ellipses.
Oh, yeah. I do the ellipses all the time. All the time.
Yeah, that's good shit. That works well.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so the next one here is number 5, Heaven's Gate, 1997.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this. I was 7.
Oh, yeah, you still would have been too young. These guys were nuts.
Yep, I was too young. So, Heaven's Gate was a cult founded by Marshall Applewhite. Oh, yeah, with a name like that, that's fucking...
Yeah, you want to see a picture of this motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
right,
I'm sure Amanda. Hopefully Amanda will get us a picture of this.
Oh,
this
okay.
kook.
All right, yeah.
Oh, he's got cult leader written all over him.
Marshall Applewhite, and they had some seriously out there beliefs. At the center of their religion was the belief that aliens would come to our planet, riding in a UFO in the tail of the Halley-Bopp comet, which was set to pass Earth in 1997. They felt these aliens would wipe our planet clean and transport their souls to the next life. Oh, here he is. Let's see.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tame picture of him.
Dang.
Like when they show like the pictures when he was like at the compound or at that house, and he has crazy eyes.
Huh.
Yeah.
So tragically, they made their own prediction come true. 39 of the cult members took part in one of the worst mass suicides in U.S. history as the comet passed by without further incident. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they were all dressed like in the same kind of... There he is. Look at that motherfucker. Look at him.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, they all wore the same like outfit. It was like, wasn't it like a black jumpsuit and like white Nikes or something like that? And when there's pictures of when they went to the house, like I think they all drank like I think they drank Kool-Aid, like
Probably.
poison Kool-Aid, and they all went to these bunk beds and laid down and died. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Heaven's Gate. Guys were not. All right, so number 6. Anytime Pat Robertson predicted anything.
That's the
19
700 Club guy? Oh,
I
yeah.
think it is, yep. So 1982, 2006, and 2010. So this son of a bitch quotes, "I guarantee by the end of 1982 there was going to be a judgment on this world." End quote. That's what TV evangelist and former Republican presidential candidate Pat Robinson said in 1980 on his show, The 700 Club. It didn't happen. Again, in 2006, he predicted a similar calamity, saying God told him the world would be devastated by giant tsunamis. Nope. And again in 2008, he said that by 2010, society would experience a stock market crash and worldwide violence. Well, if he keeps going, he's bound to nail it sometime, right?
Yeah, just keep guessing.
I feel like he's dead now. Maybe not.
He might be.
Pat Robertson. Maybe he is still alive. Oh, no, he died June 8th, 2023. He was 93. I wonder if he knew that. I wonder if he knew when he was going to die. Could have at least gotten that one right.
Yeah. Oh, here it is, number 7. Y2K. As far back as 1984, tech geeks predicted that because of a computer coding error on January 1st, 2000, all technology worldwide would come to a halt, sending us back to a version of the Stone Age. That's really what they thought. That's crazy. Amanda said my great grandma said even our watches and other battery operated stuff would quit. That's nuts.
Man. Wow.
So when 2000, like back to the Stone Age, see, in those days, computers were tracking dates with 2 digits. 98 was 98, or 1998 was 98, and 1984 was 84.
Also, her great grandmother died a few days before Y2K, so she doesn't know if it really happened or not.
Dang, she
Yeah.
died thinking it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So when 2000 rolled around, they were all going to think it was 1900 and not 2000, and apparently this would cause mass chaos. Parentheses. The movie Office Space explains it very well.
Great movie.
Again, you could have just said that.
Yeah. No need for parentheses.
As the year 2000 loomed, people flipped out more and more. Religious followers supposed this could be the rapture or some version of the apocalypse. People stocked up on food, water, gas, and then the ball dropped in Times Square like normal, and nothing happened, and everyone about their everyday lives.
Yep. I still remember that New Year's because we were sitting at my parents' house. We were playing a board game, and then it hit midnight, and we're like, well, we didn't lose power, and we turned our computer on. It's like, oh, our computer works. It's like, all right, let's go.
It's like, wow, one guy.
Yep.
No, I guess not. On to a few tech geeks are like, it's not gonna work.
Yep.
That's funny.
Because you remember, I don't know if you probably don't remember this, but you might, how like when it got to be like 98, 99, they would have on the computers, like they would have on the towers, a big sticker saying configured for the year 2000 and, able to work for Y2K and all that. They made sure that they were packaged saying that it was going to be okay, that computer would not crash in 2000.
That's interesting. Now, I do not remember that.
Oh, okay.
Do they? So they were selling Y2K proof computers?
Yeah. Yep. Because I worked at Sears at the time. And, when we would stock, because I worked in the back. So not, where everything was stocked and everything. And yeah, it got to the point where you were seeing all like we didn't sell. Sears didn't sell Dells. They sold like Compaq, and I can't remember some of the other ones, or maybe they did do Dell, whichever. But they all, like, on the box it would say it, and on the towers it would say Y2K. Yeah, that's it. Y2K compatible.
That's
Is how it would say it.
Now, did they? What's the word I'm looking for here? Wasn't there like a bunch of I don't want to call it propaganda, but wasn't there like a bunch of signs everywhere warning people to like turn your shit off?
Oh yeah, you had to make sure that, because that was like in the newspapers. It was on the news saying, shut your computers off, shut your electronic devices off, and we didn't at our house. We shut our computer off, to be
What
safe.
did they like? Really, what did they think we were gonna go through? Like planes were gonna fall out of the sky? Like
Some people did. They just thought everything, like anything that had a computer chip or anything electronical, it would just die.
wow.
And then and it was just gonna be like we were gonna lose power, and there, we were going to be, like it said, like back to the Stone Age. Like
That's
we would
wild,
just
man.
be, there would be nothing.
Huh.
And it turned out to be A-okay.
Right. Huh.
Yeah. It was, yes, Amanda's right. It was a wild time to be alive.
It was. I remember some of that stuff, but not as much as I would if I was an adult. So I was only 11. So
yeah.
Or no, 10. I was 10.
Jesus Christ. That makes me feel old, because I was what? I'd have been 22.
Yeah.
21 going on 22. Yep. Son of a bitch. All right, number 8, The Big Bang of 2009. So far, I don't remember this, but maybe when I read it more, I'll remember. So if you've ever watched an episode of The Big Bang Theory, you may have heard of the CERN. CERN in Geneva, Switzerland. And I'm not even reading the parentheses. I'm not doing it. There in Geneva, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, or CERN, created the Large Hadron Collider, a particle accelerator that would allow scientists to study the smallest known particles. However, the process of colliding these particles, also known as hadrons, frightened people around the world. Some thought this process would create a black hole that would open over Switzerland and swallow up the entire world. Fuck. In 2008, one group of independent scientists even tried to sue to stop this experiment from happening. It didn't work, and in 2009, the colliding went forward. They've been doing it ever since, and no black holes have formed yet. I don't remember that.
I do.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't.
This is also when they started thinking about the Mandela effect was starting to pop up, when they started colliding hadrons.
Oh, huh.
CERN is responsible.
I do remember the Big Bang Theory talking about this.
Yeah.
About that Large Hadron Collider and shit, but I don't remember that at all.
Now, number 9, I remember very well. Because I was actually fucking mortified that this was going to happen. I don't know why, but this guy had me convinced, and I'm usually a skeptic.
I don't know this one either.
Harold Camping's Rapture in 2011. I remember where I was, and I stayed up all night.
Really?
Yes, I'm horrified.
Wow. Okay.
I stayed up all night, and oddly enough, I watched oh man, I can't remember the name of it. It's a Nicolas Cage movie where he plays Satan.
Oh.
Drive Angry. That's what it's called.
God damn.
Yep, I watched that, and then I stayed up all night, and I was horrified just because of that movie and just Rapture events and yada yada yada.
And this motherfucking Harold Camping.
Yeah, so he is a radio preacher, and he had it all figured out using numerology and readings from the Bible. He'd interpreted that the rapture would occur on May 21st, 2011. Then he was 89 years old. Camping was so confident that he announced the prediction across his airwaves and instructed his disciples to spread the word worldwide. Once again, God did not spirit those worthy followers to heaven. Assuming most people just decided to make plans, to go to the lake to celebrate Memorial Day in 2011. Then camping announced. So yeah, I remember. I literally was up all night. It was a nice night. I watched outside. The moon was so bright you could see everything.
How do I know? I don't remember this one either.
And I was just like, "What the hell?" Like,
Yeah.
so it obviously never happened. And then he said, "Oh, I was wrong. It was October 21st."
God. Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
wish.
nearly as scared about that one.
No. Wow. I got nothing on that one either.
How
Now
about number
this one
10? I bet you do.
Yep, I do know this number 10 because not only because we had always heard it for years, but then there was that movie that came out 2012.
Oh yeah.
So this is the Mayan calendar prediction of 2012. But yeah, I do definitely remember this. So based on the supposed end, I'm not reading it. Another fucking parentheses of the Mayan calendar. Okay, I'll read it. All right. Based on the supposed end, parentheses, or resetting. They got quotations in the parentheses.
It's obnoxious.
That's a double negative. That's a double fuck you. Of the Mayan calendar, many thought that the world would also end in 2012, specifically on December 21st, 2012. In 2009, the movie depicted the idea. And as early as 1 year before that, news services started running stories about the supposed end of the world. Where did the idea come from? In the 1960s, a stone tablet was found that said a Mayan god would return at the end of the final or 13th period, called the Bactun of their calendar. Other archaeologists cited a second reference to the December 21st, 2012 date found on a brick and other ruins. That's all it took. Bloggers, religious zealots, conspiracy theorists, and amateur sleuths spread the word. The world was ending in 2012. Instead, Mexico's tourism industry spiked, as did interest in the Mayan culture. And that 2012 movie, John Cusack aside, it's pretty ridiculous.
It was a good movie.
It is a good movie. I didn't mind it.
No, but I remember where I was. I was working overnights, and when this was supposedly supposed to go down, and I was mad because I was going to be
happen
in Woodland, and I was like, "Well, if the world ends." I did not like my coworkers.
You were in Woodland. Where were you? Distribution center.
Walmart. Yeah.
Oh, as you say, that's the only thing in Woodland that means anything.
Yeah, I mean, I worked second shift. I didn't actually work overnight.
Okay.
So I was going to get out 2 a.m, and I was mad because if the world was ending when I left, I was like, I have to die with these people. I was not happy. So it's just a shit night, and I got out, and everything was normal, and I'm like, all right, fine, I guess.
See you fuckers tomorrow.
So that
was pretty interesting. I like that. I like that one. Yeah, like I said, some of them I had no idea. I'd never heard of them. That was very enlightening.
So let's see. The second article here. The first one is the one we just talked about. Harold Camping. Number 9, The True Way. Number 8 is called The True Way. The Taiwanese religious leader Han Ming Chen established Chen Tao, or True Way, a religious movement that blended elements of Christianity, Buddhism, UFO conspiracy, and Taiwanese folk religion.
That's a big old concoction of shit there.
Chen preached that God would appear on U.S. television channel 18. God would appear on U.S. channel television 18 on March 25th, 1988, to announce that he would descend to Earth. Wow. To announce that he would descend to Earth in the following week in physical form, identical to Chen.
Wow. Cocky much. Man, I'm so full of himself. God's going to come down. Guess what? He's going to look just like me.
Yeah.
Just like me.
The following year, he prophesied millions of devil spirits, together with massive flooding, would result in mass extinction of the human population. Followers could be spared by buying their way aboard spaceships disguised as clouds.
Ooh.
Nice.
That would be kind of cool, seeing a spaceship disguised as a cloud.
Right. So number 7 we did. Number 6, you got it?
Good old 6, Millerism. Religious leader William Miller. That's such a lame ass, just a random name. Old Bill Miller. Good old Bill Miller began preaching in 1831 that the end of the world as we know it would occur with the second coming of Jesus Christ in 1843. At least he gave everyone 12 years notice. You know, that's nice. He attracted as many as 100,000 followers.
Damn.
Who believed that they would be carried off to heaven when the date arrived. When the 1843 prediction failed to materialize, Miller recalculated and determined that the world would actually end in 1844. Follower Henry Emmons wrote, quote, I waited all Tuesday, and dear Jesus did not come. I lay prostrate for 2 days without any pain, sick with disappointment.
Damn. What the hell?
Well, you follow a guy named Bill Miller. What do you expect?
Yeah. That's wild.
These fucking people.
Let's see.
Number 5, is this?
Joanna Southcott. Beginning when she was 42 years old, Joanna Southcott reported hearing voices that predicted future events, including the crop failures and famines of 1799 and 1800. She began publishing her own books and eventually developed a following as many as 100,000 believers.
100,000 is the way to go, apparently.
That
when
is.
You get these. You're instantly going to get 100,000 followers.
Right. That's wild. Like. In 1813, she announced that the following year she would give birth to the second Messiah. So, holy shit. Like, what a fucking...
Wow.
What a jump.
Oof.
She's like, there's going to be crop failures and famines. And next year, I'm going to give birth to the second Messiah.
Yeah. It's like, there's going to be all these dead crops, but I'm going to start fucking guys. And then I'm going to give birth to I don't know. Is she going to screw the guys, or is it going to be immaculate?
Like I don't know. So it says here, the following year she would give birth to the second Messiah, whose arrival would signal the last days of Earth. Despite being 64 years old, as she told her doctors, a virgin, she died before the baby could be born. Wow. A baby could be born.
Well, she's 64.
She's a 64-year-old virgin, so it was going to be an immaculate conception.
Yeah, I was going to say, because nothing down there is going to be working. And if she's a virgin, well, I mean, obviously, she is a virgin if she's thinking all this shit. Ain't nobody want to fuck that. Let's see. Wow, number 4, the prophet hen of Leeds.
What the heck?
There's a picture of the old barred Plymouth Rock hen.
Interesting.
So, in 1806, a domesticated hen in Leeds, England, appeared to lay eggs inscribed with the message, Christ is coming. What?
No way.
Jesus fuck. Great numbers of people reportedly visited the hen and began to despair of the coming judgment day. It was soon discovered, however, that the eggs were not, in fact, prophetic messages, but the work of their owner, who had been writing on the eggs in corrosive ink and reinserting them into the poor hen's body.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell? So this guy... What is corrosive ink?
I don't know. That doesn't sound good, whatever
it's inscribed on them. So I'm wondering if it engraved the shell.
Maybe.
No matter
that poor hen. I mean, literally just lays an egg.
People that were like,
fuck
this hen is the hen of God. Like,
yeah, fuck those people. They deserve any of that shit. I'm all for feeling more sorry for the hen that literally just laid the egg and he's sticking it right back up in it.
Dude,
wow.
Only for what though? Like, here's my thing. So he puts the hen, he gets the egg, writes on it, all right, puts it back inside the hen, and then somebody else would have had to have been there, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Somebody else would have had to have been there to see this hen pass another egg with Christ is coming written on it. Otherwise, you could have just written on it and been like, look, my hen, it laid this. And everyone would be like, wow. Like,
Okay,
That
so
makes no sense.
no. Oh, what she's okay. So I got AI says corrosive ink refers to an ink, typically iron gall ink, which contains chemicals that can damage the material it is written on, like paper, over time by causing deterioration and breaking down its fibers, often due to its acidic nature and the oxidation of iron within its composition. So it's not only destroying the egg, it probably destroyed the insides of that poor hen. You got that corrosive ink, then you're
What
shoving it up its
purpose of it?
ass. Well, not up its ass, but up its whatever. I don't what
What's
the
the
hell.
purpose of corrosive ink? Why
Well,
were
it's
people
probably
using it?
I don't know, it's probably all that they had. Maybe that
Port?
was all that maybe that's the only thing that wrote on eggshells.
Oh, there's a link here. Okay. Iron gall ink was popular in use from 12th century up until new technologies made it obsolete. In 19th century, it was easily made at home and it was permanent, which explains its popularity. When first applied to the ink is a light brown or sepia color, but as it dries, it turns purplish black because every individual made their own ink with their own recipe, a chemical structure. These inks can be can vary, but the basic components are iron and tannin found in galls or other plant material. Okay, so it's permanent ink.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Yeah, it's permanent. It's not going to go off the egg.
so this dude basically just got the egg, wrote on it with a Sharpie, and shoved it back up the hen.
Yep.
And then
So
when
that
it
the hen
hatched
could
again, someone else had to see it hatch and be like, "This egg says Christ is coming," and he's like, "Oh my god!"
like, wow, that's crazy. Like that's I can't believe that.
That is nuts. Come back tomorrow. We'll see if there's more.
What a
Okay,
dick.
that is
What
wild.
a dick.
So it never even said who did it.
No.
Okay.
No,
What the
no.
hell? That's bizarre.
God
All
damn.
right.
So now we got the Great Fire of London. I don't think we did that one, did we?
Nope. No, we have not done that one yet. The hen's
Alright.
asshole is called its vent. Interesting. Wow. Same as mine's also called a vent.
That's what I usually call it too. I gotta go. I always say, gotta go relieve the vent.
Gotta go clean the vent. Yeah. Gotta go sweep the chimney.
Yeah. It's like, got some vent issues.
Yeah. What's the name of the guy that comes? Stanley. Is that why they call it Stanley Steamer? No, what's the name of the company? What's the name of the company that'll come clean your vents?
Is that like the HVAC?
No,
Like Bloom Electric.
Stanley Steamer does it.
Stanley Steamer's carpets. I don't think they do vents, do
they clean your vents too.
Do they?
I think so.
Well, then that makes sense then. Oh, okay. Yeah, Stanley Steamer. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but ain't that some shit?
It is. Oh.
All right, number 3, the Great Fire of London. Because the Bible calls 666 the number of the beast, the mark of the beast, many would say. Many Christians in the 17th century Europe feared the end of the world in the year 1666, which reminds me of another one. Remember June 6th, 2006?
No, I mean,
no, you don't remember that? People thought that was going to be the end of the world too. I was in fucking 9th grade.
Oh, yeah, I guess six could be 6606.
Yeah.
Wow, no, I don't remember that at all.
It's funny. Yeah, same deal as this. The Great London Fire, which lasted from September 2nd to September 5th of that year, destroyed much of the city, including 87 parish churches and about 13,000 houses.
Damn.
Many saw it as a fulfillment of the end of the world prophecy, given such a large amount of the property damage. Though the death toll of the fire was remarkably low, reportedly only 10 people, not quite the end of the world. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So yeah, here it is. I'm gonna put it up here. June 6, 2006 was a day marked by apocalyptic theories and release of a horror film.
Oh.
So the remake of The Omen came out in 6606.
Damn, I didn't know that. Huh.
So other events, Robert Englund turned 57. So yeah, it's the birthday of that's other movie releases. Underworld Evolution, Scary Movie 4. Some people believe that the number 666 number of beasts associated with the Antichrist and the apocalypse. Yeah, so exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Same deal with this. And I believe we did number 2, and number 1 is the last one that we haven't done.
Let's see. It's Montanism. So Montanism, a 2nd century schismatic movement of Christianity, began in Phrygia, modern Turkey. Just say Turkey. I guess, but since it wasn't this, I'll allow it. I guess
It's in parentheses.
Yeah. Based on the visions of Montanus, looks like it says Mont Anus. Mount Anus. Based on the visions of old Mount Anus, who claimed to speak under the influence of the spirit, Montanists believed the second coming of Christ to be imminent. Well, I mean, he really wasn't gone all that long if you're already talking the 2nd century.
Yeah.
Many Christian communities were almost abandoned when believers left their homes and migrated to a plain between the two villages of Papuza and Timian in Phrygia, where Mount Anus claimed the heavenly Jerusalem would descend to earth. And guess what? It did not happen.
Mount Anus.
Mount Anus.
That's fucking funny.
I'm assuming it's Montanus.
Just gonna put our episode title is just gonna be Mount Anus in parentheses.
Mount Anus, the dictator. the dictator / Mount Anus.
Just like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, that was some cool shit.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure there's gonna be a fucking 1,000 more.
Oh my god, yeah, because it doesn't. You would think as the years would go on, you wouldn't have these people that believed anything that anybody would say. And
did we not just have another one with the fucking eclipse? Wasn't there one with that?
Yes. I think there were people that were going nuts about that.
Oh yeah, because of the way it passed over the earth, it made an X. Like,
yes, that's right. I couldn't remember the specifics of it. Yep.
So wild. And now we got drones, and you know what I mean? Like, Gavin sent me this article, and and I'm not being a skeptic here. I, wholeheartedly believe there is some shit going on with the drones, and nobody happens to know anything. I don't know if it's aliens or political.
But we haven't heard. Here's the weird thing. I don't hate to interrupt you, but
no, you're good.
I haven't heard a thing about any drones or UFOs in like 2 weeks.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. So Gavin sends me this article literally last night.
And
he says, also just saw 2 drones in DuBois, Sabula, or Penfield, or something like that.
Huh.
And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's the same thing or not, but
you never know. You just never know. But that's because, like I said, my TikTok was always flooded, and the reels and all that other shit was just like every night it was drones. And then it seemed like right around Autumn's birthday, like the 20th, 21st. Nothing.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're not seeing, I haven't seen any, and it's not like I've deleted it. I'm just not, like I said, maybe it's just not coming through my feeds, but for as many as I was seeing before, and for me not to see any now, it's just like, this is the weird shit. How about, like, what was it this weekend? What was it? 3 different plane crashes all within 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
Couple mass shootings.
You had mass shootings. You had one plane that crash landed, and another one, the wing caught fire or something. There was 3 within 24 hours.
Like, literally at this point, I wouldn't even be shocked if, like, tomorrow they were like, hey, we found Malaysia airline. They just landed. Like,
yeah.
What? Flight Malaysia. Like, that would be nuts, dude. Like, no time has passed for them.
Yeah. Where in the fuck did that thing go?
And I don't know, man. They'd have no fucking clue.
That is just
I would tend to believe that it's
weird.
the same thing as what's that show? Manifest or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah, the alien, maybe they did, man. I have no idea.
Yeah, just so weird. Like I watched it wasn't like I didn't like watch the full documentary on that Malaysia thing. It's just and you know, like I said, I think everybody knows I'm pretty tame when it comes to conspiracy theories and but that's just weird. It's just really makes you think. It's just like what the fuck.
Yeah, and like, how could you not know? Like, if they crashed,
Uh-huh.
in parentheses, um, what, like, what? Where would they go?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
How
especially
could
because
you
how
not
was
know
it?
where they were?
Yeah, because even like where they flew, wasn't it like in a spot where it's not like they could have crashed and I don't remember how that went now. I don't want to start saying the wrong thing. But I thought that it's not like it was like in the middle of the ocean that it could just, like where it land or where it could have crashed, you would have seen wreckage. Like there should have
They
been,
didn't they dive and look for it?
I think. See, now
Yeah,
I
they
like I
they
said,
probably flew through a fucking portal.
yeah, it's just so odd. So odd. Gotta love it.
So I don't know. I mean, there's so much shit out there. You never know. Like, and we've dove into some stuff on this show, like here and there, but like that's just I don't know. That's
Yeah.
wild.
That
And
is
so
that's
okay, in regard to the eclipse thing, it looks like some people predicted that the eclipse in 2024 would be an apocalyptic event with theories ranging from a shift in timelines to again the second coming of Christ. However, the eclipse was a natural astronomical event, and while it did cause some logistical challenges, it was generally a safe, memorable experience for those who viewed it. Some theories were that the eclipse's path would create a giant X over the United States, which was a sign of God's disapproval. Take it
just
out.
put
I
an X
just,
like, nope, nope. He's just like, no, I don't
we're,
like you.
we're
Gone.
done with the United States. Just dip, dip, done. The eclipse would
Oh,
confirm that a second civil war in America was about to begin. And my favorite one, the eclipse would cause humanity to shift back into a parallel universe timeline that was abandoned in 2012,
yes, that.
which would have ultimately, because some people, which we didn't talk about, some people believe that the world did end in 2012
Mm-hmm.
and that
We've
we
talked about
did
this on
shift.
this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that we did shift into a parallel universe. So if we were to perchance shift back into an abandoned 2012, wouldn't it be a dead world?
Maybe. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
damn right it would be. The
Yeah.
economy would be better, in fact.
I'd be able to afford my eggs.
Yeah, really. Jesus. This is all very, very, you ask for a hamburger, I give you a raccoon.
Don't even do that. You shut your goddamn
We're
mouth.
gonna talk about the quill theory today.
If we talk about the quill theory, it'll be you and Amanda doing the show. I'll say I have mechanical issues. Computer
Mechanical issues.
issues.
Well, did
Yeah.
we never did talk about last Thursdayism, did we? That you didn't want to talk about. You were like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, we talked enough about it.
You were done.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't
I
want to hear about this.
yeah.
The whole universe was created last Thursday.
Uh,
All right, well, let's see. Where are we? We're too deep into this. We will hit resolutions another time.
yeah. Yeah.
There's 101 of them. That would take way too long.
That's way too long.
So that's okay. We did good with the this was a good one.
It was a good one. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I
Very
very much enjoyed
informative.
that. Gavin's article was probably easily my favorite.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Terrible and awesome. And the Australian, the guy
Oh
driving
yeah.
with his fucked up car, driving with blown out tires and pliers.
What a
Tires
nut.
and pliers.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go with version. Let's see. Should I go with version 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Well, you go ahead and do with the go do version 1.
Version 1.
Yeah.
All right, Sublime Squad. That is a wrap. Do not forget to follow us on social media. We're everywhere you waste your time, so come and waste it with us. And hey, if you're feeling extra sublime, leave us a review or drop a comment on the show. You can find Ineffably Sublime on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube, and wherever podcasts are legally distributed. Now go forth and spread those sublime vibes. Also, we started a Reddit community, so you can now find us on r/Ineffably Sublime. So if you do Reddit, you do us.
Ooh,
Look at that shit.
I'm gonna get our vents cleaned.
That's right. Chimney sweep it up. So, that being said, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Matrix on the Minjay.
Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. What? You gotta hit
down.
me.
This is the end of the show. You made it. Who would have known? We thank you deeply for listening along. Tune in next week with another one. As always, it's been a really fun time. We're back again. We're ineffably sublime. Every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. With Bubs, the host with the most, and Spuds McGamble, the Southpaw co-host with a wild name, and our producer, a Mandalorian, produced in the Pennsylvania Wild. I'm wearing syrup and Captain Fudge, what the land we were speaking of wishing. With Bubs and Spuds, everything comes like, but you're to lean back and have a ball. Unique for the blues when the brass is hot. When the saxophone sings, I shows the spot. So pour that rye and sway to the beat. Every episode a special treat. That sweet brew, feel the rhythm tight. With McGamble hosting every night. It's ineffably sublime and wild we find. Bubs and Spuds bringing joy of every kind.